Hi everyone, I'm going to show you 10 amazing tips that will take your colour pencil drawings to the next level. These tips has truly helped me so much with my drawings. Whether you're drawing portraits, landscapes or something totally different, these tips will all work for you. So yeah, let's jump right in. Tip number 1, start with a clean and detailed outline. This is really crucial and has helped me so much throughout my drawing journey, because a solid outline is like a skeleton of your drawing. It helps you figure out proportions and where everything goes, especially whilst you're drawing. You don't want to keep going back to your outline where you've already drawn your base. I like to include everything in, the highlights, the shadows, literally everything that I see, because it helps me so much, especially whilst drawing. Try working with a large sketchbook. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. You have more space to play around with details and shadings, plus easier to work in a bigger proportion when you're doing things like faces or complex objects. For instance, as you can see right now, my drawing of my dragon eye compared to my latest drawing that I've done, having that in a much smaller space is a lot harder to add the small intricate details compared to having in a much bigger, larger scale. I tend to use an A4 size. Materials matter. I get a lot of questions asking what materials I use. I personally love using Castle Art's gold coloured pencils because they layer really well and the colours are super smooth and really vibrant. Whether I'm working on a complex portrait or adding texture to a fur, they give me the results I'm looking for every time. If you're interested, you can check out my link in the description below. Tip 4 is a really good one. I actually haven't heard a lot of people talking about this, but leave white gaps for your highlights. It sounds simple, but it's so effective. Whether you're drawing the highlights in someone's eyes, a metal reflection or light reflecting off water, those white areas will make your drawing really pop. Tip 5, start with a light touch. When you begin your drawing, go soft with your pencil pressure and then gradually build up the colours as you go. This helps to avoid harsh lines and gives you way more control as you layer your tones, and makes your drawings look so much smoother and helps to create that more of a realistic look or a 3D look, depending on what sort of style your drawings are. But definitely it creates a much bigger, a better impact on your drawings. I get a lot of questions on how I create a smooth texture in my drawings. Once I started, I never went back because I saw a huge difference it made in my drawings to create a much smoother texture, and that is to blend using a circular motion. This is one of those little tricks that makes a huge difference. Circular blending helps to create a smoother transition and avoid those weird streaks you can get with straight lines. It's perfect for skin, for literally anything, and yeah, that's definitely a tip that I wish I learnt sooner. Tip 7. This kind of interlinks with tip 5, but build your drawings up in layers. Instead of going straight for your darker tones or your darkest tones, start with some mid-tones and work your way darker. This helps to give your drawings depth and make it look more three-dimensional. This might seem quite basic and quite straightforward, but it does create a huge difference in your drawings, and that is to adjust your pencil sharpness based on what you're doing. A sharp pencil is great for fine lines and tiny details, whilst a slightly blunt pencil is better for shading larger areas and creating more of a soft gradient. I tend to use a sharper pencil because I create a quite intricate drawings, but then again, having a blunt pencil is so good to create a soft gradient. This is one of my favorite drawing tips I use all the time in my drawings, and that is to grab a gel pen for those tiny details. When you need to add that perfect little glint to someone's eyes, a tiny reflection on a metallic object, or just a final touch to your texture, gel pens are your best friend. The last tip is actually something I started using recently, and that is when you need a really strong highlight, try using white paint. It's more opaque than a pencil, and it gives those highlights a nice bold look to your drawings. And I actually started using white paint more than a white gel pen or a white pencil, and I actually prefer using a white paint over a white pencil. Let's quickly recap. From outlines to highlights, layers to blending, these 10 tips will help to level up your colour pencil skills. Try them out and let me know how they work for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to try out Castle Arts pencils for yourself, check out the link below. Happy drawing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!